I am literally taking my earbuds out because I am a huge audiobook fan, and today I'm going to share with you my favorite business book. Let's get started. So welcome to Personal Brand Breakthrough. It's Thursday, it's 2 p.m. and every Thursday at 2 I do a new episode, and today I really want to talk about my favorite business book. I think you might be surprised at the title that I'm going to share with you today. So I hope you're having a great day. I would love for you to let me know in the comments if you're watching live, and let me know who your favorite author is, and I'm going to share with you who mine is today. The other thing I wanted to say is that this is going to be a fairly short episode, but I really want you to think about taking action on what I'm talking about today as it relates to this title that I'm going to share with you, or as it relates to any book that will help to progress your business forward from an entrepreneurial standpoint, or even from a personal development standpoint. Let me tell you a quick story. About 5 years ago, I was in a job. I was a national TV broadcaster, had really on the surface what seemed like a pretty good job, right? Had benefits, it was on TV, a lot of people, kind of a coveted job, so to speak. I had a wardrobe. Every 6 months, they would send us to Yorkdale Mall to spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. Makeup, free stuff. It was awesome. But yet something inside of me wasn't really sitting that well. And that was the feeling of not being fulfilled, not really feeling like I was actually stepping into my entire purpose as a human being. And maybe that's what comes with midlife. I don't know. I'm pretty much at that point now. So it was just something that started to happen for me, and I knew that I needed to start really making a change. And also at the time, I was commuting back and forth to this job quite a bit. Like maybe I was in the car at least 2 hours plus per day. And I was listening to news radio and cyclical news, and most of it's bad news. And I think that was having an impact on me. But one thing that I did that really changed my life is I stopped listening to and consuming as much bad news, and started to really substitute that for positive messages, enlightening content, inspirational content. And for those of you who are new to me, I'm a video marketing strategist, but I'm also someone who is really personally on a journey of self-discovery. And that started about 5 years ago. I discovered an author. Actually, it was my mom who suggested this author, and this is the book that I'm going to tell you about right now. Ironically, it is not really a business book, okay? But I'm going to explain to you the premise of this, okay? Do you know Dr. Wayne Dyer? Dr. Wayne Dyer has literally changed my life, and I'm not saying that lightly. Dr. Wayne Dyer really began his career as a psychologist. He was a professor, but then later in his life, he became a spiritual mentor and guide. And that's kind of how I came to know of him and how I love him and cherish him. He's no longer with us. He died a couple of years ago. But what he's left behind is a treasure trove of goodwill and insight and education that I think we can all learn from. Why I think The Power of Intention is such a powerful business book, and it's not really a business book, okay? But why I see it as being a powerful business book, and I just listened to it again, actually, not too long ago, right? Why I think it's a very powerful business book is because The Power of Intention is about what I believe is a great way to run a business, which is to do it from your heart and not from your wallet, right? So starting a business and being an entrepreneur is a big challenge in and of itself. And especially when you go at it from like, just get rich quick. I'm just going in for the money. While you can make money, obviously, that way, it's not a fulfilling way to run a business and to be successful. So what he talks about in The Power of Intention is he gives 10-step plans and programs on how to achieve a multitude of different aspects of reaching your higher purpose. So when we reach our higher purpose from an entrepreneurial standpoint is that we start to guide our decisions based on what we're feeling in our hearts and what we really believe we're here on this planet to do and how we're here to serve. So it's a mindset shift. When you start to come from a service standpoint, everything else starts to fall into place. And it's interesting because when you listen to the power of intention, if you decide, now this is on Audible, I tend to listen more to books than I actually sit down and read. Like, I mean, I will read a book, but because I'm in the car a lot and I just really kind of prefer to do it on audio, doesn't matter how you consume it. But this is a book that can really change your perspective on your life, and that can have a huge impact on your business, because if you really start to guide your decisions based on what's, you know, what your purpose is and feeling fulfilled and coming from a place of service, it kind of changes everything. And it's interesting because I was listening to this book for the second or third time recently, and I'm reminded of how when I was about 17, I started to use some of these principles that he talks about in The Power of Intention to work, and it actually worked for me even at that time. I didn't realize this until now, you know, as you know, someone who's much older, that I was even doing that at 17 instinctually. Somehow I just did some of this stuff, and it was just amazing what a difference it made in my life, and I think it can make a really big difference in your life too. So this is not a long episode today, guys, of Personal Brand Breakthrough, but how this relates to your brand and to your business is that when you start to change your mindset and you start to be guided by your greater purpose and with your connection to Source or God, and you are led by being of service and really fulfilling a purpose, and you identify what that purpose is, it can change everything in your life and business. And that is really powerful. So for those of you who are entrepreneurs and I hear this all the time, people say, I don't want to be salesy, I don't want to be icky. This can really help you because you're not coming at it from a salesy kind of standpoint anymore. You're coming at it from a service standpoint, and you're achieving and you're striving for your greater purpose. Having said that, The Power of Intention, in my opinion, probably one of the most beneficial books and even business books that you might read. It depends on how you consume it, right? If you think about it that way. It made a huge impact has made a huge impact on me, and I think it could make a big impact on you. I will leave you with this. Dr. Wayne Dyer is my favorite author. Who is your favorite author? I would love for you to comment below and let me know, or if you have any particular books. I mean, I have a whole slew of them. I could probably do a whole series on my favorite books and audiobooks, and if you're interested to know more about that, let me know in the comments, because I get a lot of my inspiration from your comments. But let me know if you have any favorite books or books that have changed your life. I would love to know more about them because I like to follow up, and I consume a lot of audiobooks on Audible, and I just would really like to know what you're listening to and what titles have changed your life as well. So on that note, I will leave you today with that thought. If you want to learn more about me, if you're new to me, go to SherylPlouffe.com. I've got a free download and video series that you can take advantage of. I'm a video marketing strategist, and I'm very passionate about helping you to shine on video. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.